Welcome back, beautifuls, to my channel, Strands by Shanna, and it is your favorite full-service licensed hairstylist, Shanna, on the scene. And today I'm going to show you guys how I did this versatile sew-in on my beautiful client. Just look at all this hair. But before I get into the sew-in, I'm going to make sure that if your hair needs to trim, we gotta trim it. Okay, so I like to always show the hair nice and combed through over a white towel. You could use a white cape if you want, but because my capes are black, I definitely like the white towel. Because with this, we're able to actually see the ends of the hair, right? And I love to do the comb test, and I'm also recording this to show my client because I understand that obviously we can't see behind our heads, so we don't really know what's going on. And especially when our hair is natural, in its natural state, it's very hard to tell if you have split ends or even how much if you're not able to gauge it through just the texture of the hair. Because when you do have split ends, the ends of the hair will feel more rough. And it will be harder for any product that you put in there to really adhere to the hair to just take in. It can feel more dry and brittle, and it feels very tangly towards the ends. And that's a great indicator that you do have split ends. But anyways, I went ahead and I took off as much split ends as she allowed me to. Now, the lever that I had taken off, I would have just like a little bit more, but I'm always going to go with what the client likes and whatever my client is comfortable with. But we don't just cut around the perimeter. As you see me here, I'm also going inside of the actual hair. Throughout the whole head, I will definitely be cutting all of the ends that need to come off. And I'm going to cut not everything at a 90-degree angle, but I'm going to cut according to the shape of my client's head. And this is me just going through everything because there's split ends not just around the perimeter, but it goes right through the hair. And if you don't get rid of those, you will have a very, very hard time ever thinking that your split ends are gone. They're going to always be there. And the thing about split ends is they start at the ends of your hair and they work its way all the way up your hair shaft. It's like a wildfire. It's never going to go out. I don't care what product that they have in the market to say, oh, this is going to take away split ends. There's no product to take away split ends. Any hairstylist can find me on it. Okay, you need to cut them. That's how you get rid of them. Okay, so I advise you to please get your trims at minimum 3 for the year, but ideally I like 4, and 4 doesn't mean we're doing big chops. It just means we're taking off a little baby healthy amount each time. Okay, so anyways, this is me parting the hair. We're going to do a versatile sew-in, as I said. So I already parted out that middle part, and now we're doing the side part over here. And I simply love to like part out and like just put away the hair that I know that is not going to be braided in it, just to make life easier. And I really like my work to be neat and very precise. So this is me sectioning off the side part. Now I'm going to braid through the whole hair. And what I like to do around any part that's going to be left out is to do a thin braid around those areas, because we want a nice flat base. We want the hair to be sewed and just look really natural. We don't want anything to look puffy and big and bulky, especially where we do our partings around where we have our leave out. So I like to braid down. I love a good cornrow and I love them braided down. This is my method. Every stylist has a different method and that is okay, but I prefer these and it just works for me. So I like to do the cornrow braid down. And remember, we're going to take in each previous braid into the new braid. So we have nice flat bases going around the perimeter of the head. Okay. And nothing left out. And yeah, that's just how I love to braid. I love to do a good cornrow. That's just me. So as you see here, I did that nice thin braid going around the side and also down. And we're going to, every single braid that we braid, we put it into the next braid. So that by the end of the whole braiding process, we should be left with just one braid hanging down. And even that, we kind of do a tuck-in method and then sew it down. So it's not coming out, no surprises, no your client feeling her hair and it's like, where's this braid come from? It'll be tucked away and it'll be sewed up. And as you can see, this is the side part. And now the braid that I'm going to do here in the top middle is just the braid that's in between my middle part and my side part. Now you could do 2 braids if you wanted, but based on how the side part was going to be, how my client wanted it, I decided to just go ahead and do 1 braid. And with this 1 braid, I will just sew the hair extensions on either side doubled. So then that way, it's going to be full without having to do 2 whole braids. Now, this is me showing you guys the Nourish Remedy all natural vegan hair growth butter. It is natural, guys. I made this growth butter by accident, okay? As in, my hair, I wasn't taking care of my hair. It was dry, it was brittle, and it was breaking. I had to cut my hair, and I said, you know what? I'm going to make my natural concoctions, because I make natural treatments all the time in the salon for my clients. I said, let me take care of my hair. So I put together this growth butter by accident, and my hair just honestly started growing twice as much as it would grow within the time. I have videos and I have pictures, and I'm going to have all of that ready for you guys. And this growth butter is going to be ready in the new year of 2024. So look out for it. I'm going to definitely put you guys on. Anyways, it's time for snack. I'm a foodie. Your hairstylist is a foodie. So you know when you come, I'm going to give you a nice cold drink and a snack, and we're going to be watching movies. You can't see it, but there's a movie above where the camera is. Anyways, this is me here sewing down the hair. Now, it's important to sew the bottom. By the way, I tacked down all of these braids, so they're together and they're sewed and they're tacked down and nice and flat. But I like to put the extension directly under the braid and then sew it down. I don't like to put it on top, because then your client's going to feel underneath the ending of each braid, and she's going to feel that braid. You want her to feel like the track. So if she decides to put her hair up, no one's going to see a braid, but you're not going to put it up high. It has to be a low ponytail. So anyways, I just go through the whole process of sewing down the extensions. We used a total of about, I think it was almost 3 packs, or maybe 3 packs to be precise, but I believe it was almost 3 packs we used, or possibly actually 4, I think. Wow, I can't even remember, but I just made sure that it was full, but not like too super thick, full and looking natural. Now, everyone also sews hair differently. I prefer to sew hair with I don't double my thread. I just use single thread, and I literally just go in, like braid the hair. I just do 1 loop and lock. So I see some people do like a double loop and lock kind of thing. I literally just go in, as you can see here. I make sure it's 1 little knock. One little, what should I say? I said knock. Oh my goodness. 1 little loop and lock. So not a double lock, because that's too much work. I like to be efficient and fast. And also, I promise you, your tracks are not coming out. When I sew them close and I sew them neat, and it's very precise. Okay, don't worry about your tracks coming out. They're never going to fall out on you. You will have your sewing. If you want to wear it for 2 months, you can actually do that. But you have to be careful, because once your hair starts growing around like your roots area, it will start matting, and we don't like that. Anyways, look at that sewing. Do you see what I'm talking about? Nice and neat, and it's precise, and I sew close together. Look at that. Okay, very neat. Very neat. I love my own sewing. So you see that flip over? Perfect. That's what I said, that I just doubled two pieces of hair on either side. Anyways, I'm pulling out the leave out, because you see this leave out? This is natural hair, guys. It is natural hair. But by the time I'm done, it's going to look like a silk press. Listen, make sure your hairstylist blends your hair into your sew-ins. The whole point of wearing a sew-in is for you to look natural. It should look like your own hair. We should never see the difference between your hair and your extension, unless you went to the gym and you just worked out real well, you perspired a whole lot, and your hair is now frizzy, and now you can see the difference. Or you jumped in the pool and came out. If you didn't do either one of those things, your hair should always blend in with your sew-in. It should look natural. Nobody should look at you and be like, girl, so what kind of extensions are those? Or, whatever. People should be like, wow, did you relax your hair? How's your hair blended in so nicely? Wow, that looks great. Is that a wig? That's your hair? Oh, girl, that looks good. Those are the things you should be hearing. And when I say that's a wig, I don't mean it in a rude way. I just mean like, wow, it's just like super blended in. I can't tell where the track starts, ends. I can't tell where your hair starts or ends in the sew-in. And that's the look that you always want, okay? And by the way, when I do my blend, when I'm blending in my leave outs, the leave out into the extensions, I literally use 3 things, guys, and nothing more. I use the hot comb, as you can see me using, and I use the back of the hot comb, and then I add a little pressure to it, and I straighten out the hair. back of the hot comb, front of the hot comb it down, and then I use my straightener. And then the third thing I use is my heat protectant, which is a thick oil serum. And I've actually used that at the beginning of this. I almost forgot to mention that. And I'm rubbing some more on it like that. Gives it that nice shine also, because you want it, as I said, to match the extensions. And then she has body wave hair, so I was just dropping some curls in there just to blend in with the texture of the hair that she already has. Had she wanted super tight curls or so, then I would have curled everything, but right now I'm just blending her hair into the texture of this body wave. Okay, so as I said, I use 3 tools, guys: a hot comb, the iron, and a serum, which is not a tool but a product. And that serum also is a heat protectant, and I'm telling you, that's all you need. You don't need to put any mousse. You don't need to put any additional products. You don't have to be doing a wrap and a blow dry. I'm telling you, that's all you need. Anyways, look at the finished product. Can you see that blend? Oh, that is seamless. Do you see that blend? Please pause the video. Look at that blend. You just tell me, where does her hair start? Where does it end? Is it extensions? Because would you know it's extensions unless I did this video? I don't know. But this is a middle part if she wanted to wear it. But we decided to do the side part. And she's loving the side part. And look at that too. She can do either side. This is beautiful. Thank you so much to my beautiful client for allowing me to record this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I cannot wait to drop another video. I'm going to be more consistent, I promise. If not, be on my ass in the videos, okay? On the comment section. Anyways, please follow, subscribe, and share this video. Give me a thumbs up. Love you guys, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, week, year, okay? Thank you so much. Bye.